Hey everybody, it's Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something that everybody always asks me to do, but I never really film a lot of them just because it takes a lot of time. But I'm doing a bake with me today so that everybody can see the ins and outs of what it's like to bake with Mary. Today, well, you don't see what I'm making yet, but I'm making copycat crumble cookies. And so I'm prepping up. We got to get our hand mixer out. I don't have a KitchenAid yet, but I'm working on it. One day I'll have it. Praise the Lord. But step one is to wash the hands. I end up washing my hands multiple times as I'm baking because it's necessary. My hands be getting dirty and stuff, so we got to scrub them, scrub. Also, I was looking out the window as I was washing my hands, and look at the sky. God was really doing his thing. Anyways, so this is the recipe that I'm making. It's crumbl birthday cake cookies. This is a little recipe. I had to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And also, I have to watch something as I'm baking as opposed to listening to music. I like to listen to music as I wash dishes and stuff after I bake. But for baking, I like to have something playing. And so the reel is my show as of right now. First, we need 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 4.5 cups of flour actually, sorry. And then we need some baking powder. If you didn't know, baking powder is actually really different from baking soda. 2 different things, but this called for baking powder. So yeah, I ended up doing 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we have to whisk that up pretty nicely. I usually just use a regular whisk for that because I don't have a sifter. And then it called for 1.5 cups of salted butter, but later on I'll actually just add in salt because I use unsalted butter. But I put in the butter with 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and then I creamed that for a little bit. I actually think this is really satisfying, creaming butter and sugar together, because it's just cool, I don't really know why it's cool, but it's just cool. And I mixed this for a really, really long time. Not a really, really long time, but for a while. Ooh, my TV just turned on. Hold on. So sorry guys, but I'm back. Anyways, I whisked this for a little bit, and then I took my little, I don't really know what it's called. It's not a spatula, but my little silicone whisk. It's not a whisk either. I don't know what it's called, but I took this, which I actually love this. I got it, I think, for my birthday one year from somebody, but it's a life changer. But yeah, you're supposed to scrape down the sides of the bowl, just so that everything gets incorporated. And then I added in 3 eggs and also 1.5 teaspoons of cake batter flavoring, which I had always seen this at the store, but I never used it. And my friend Lily and I, we made more crumble cookie dupes. I forget which one we made. It was some type of milkshake one we made, and it also called for cake batter flavoring. So if you ever wanted to know what supposedly is in crumble cookies, cake batter flavoring is top tier. This is when I added in the salt because I literally forgot. Well, I didn't forget, I just had unsalted butter, but this called for salted butter, but I just added it in. And then you're supposed to just slowly incorporate the dry ingredients into, it's not really wet ingredients, but yeah, you get the point. So I just little by little mix the dry ingredients into the butter, sugar, eggs, and cake batter flavoring. After it was mixed, we then added in the rainbow sprinkles, which it said to add 1/4 cup, but eventually I ended up adding, I should have added in a little bit more and just not measured it because I feel like I needed some more, which I did end up adding more later. But then I just mixed it up, and that's what it looked like afterwards. And then it was time for me to scoop them into the cookie shape. So I think the recipe said to do them 1/3 cup of dough, and the cookie scoop I was using was 3 tablespoons, and I did 2, what is it called? I did 2 scoops into 1 cookie. They ended up being super big. I think I may have done some of them I did really, really big, but they ended up being okay. but I think I could have just did like a scoop and a half and whatever. But I still ended up making, I think, like 10 cookies or something like that. But I think the recipe itself makes around 12. Some of them were a little bit big, but they ended up working out okay. So then I put them in the oven. The recipe said to bake them for 14 to 17 minutes. I don't remember how long I baked them for. I think I did it for like right at 15 minutes or so. They came out looking like this. They looked really, really good. And yeah, they looked really good. And so I put them on the baking pan. These things were thick, y'all. When I tell you, my spatula was quaking. Like, they were so thick, I thought I was gonna break the spatula, but they but they ended up being okay. They were really thick though, so I did my job correctly. And so this was while those were cooling, I decided to go ahead and put the second batch on the pans and put them in the oven. Like I said, I did 2 scoops of them, and then I think I also baked them for, I would say probably right at 17 minutes, but they looked good. I ended up being able to fit 6 on the pan this time, so I think the first batch I did a little bit big, but it was still fine. I just wanted to really embody crumbl, and I definitely think I did. But now you just see me flattening them out a little bit, so that they can look like more of a cookie. Put them in the oven. This was really hot. Like, the steam was really hitting me. I was going through it. But now it's time to make the icing. So the recipe, because crumbl does like the cream cheese frosting. I didn't have any cream cheese, so I just ended up doing my regular buttercream frosting, which is roughly a cup and a half of butter, so 2.5 sticks, with some salt. And then I did some more cake batter flavoring. Honestly, I feel like I could have done a little bit more flavoring. I couldn't really taste it that much in the end, but I just guesstimated. And then I did about 4 cups of powdered sugar, and similar to how it was with the cookies, you kind of just add it in little by little. Then I just continued to whip all of that together and adding in the powdered sugar when necessary. I also added in some 2% milk just to help thin it out a little bit. I also went in and added some heavy whipping cream. I bought it for another recipe that I did a few days ago, and so I decided to use it because recipes call for heavy whipping cream to help with the consistency as well. So I just kind of went back and forth with heavy whipping cream and the regular 2% milk, but really the 2% milk is really what helps to thin the icing out a little bit and get it to whatever consistency that you want it to be. So this was the remainder of the powdered sugar, and I just kept whipping it until everything was combined. So this is what it looks like after a while of mixing. Of course, you have to scrape down the sides of the bowl and get everything incorporated. And then this part, oh wait, not this part yet, but I just took a regular Ziploc bag and put it into this little mason jar so I could put the icing in the bag. Don't worry, my hands are clean. But yeah, I just went through and put the icing in the bag. Once, I didn't put all the icing in like all at once, just because it was, I kind of did half of it and then I put the other half at the end. But once I had the icing in the bag, I took the cookies and I cut the end of the bag, and then I just went ahead and frosted it. This part made me so angry just because my phone kept running out of storage, and every time I was doing this part, it just kept cutting out, and I was like, OMG, I'm just trying to film this and be done. And this was not a great first attempt at frosting. Like, that one little squiggle is not giving for me personally, but it's okay, I got better, and they all got icing on them, so it ended up working out in the end. So yeah, I just ended up frosting all of them. As you can see, it gives off the little aesthetic. And then I went in and put the sprinkles on top. This is a really, really great angle of this. I actually love this a lot. So, but after I put the sprinkles on the cookies, I actually called my little brother Kino up to do a taste test for me because I wanted to see if they were giving what they were supposed to be giving. But this is what the cookies looked like after all of the sprinkles were on. They really are giving the crumbl aesthetic. Like, I think they look exactly like them. But do they taste like them? Let's see what my brother said. What would you rate it? 9 out of 10. Okay, my hands are like dirty. That's how you know I've been baking. But now it's time for me to try it. My brother gave it a 9 out of 10. Now it's time for me to try it. They actually look a lot like them. I think I've had this cookie before, I'm not sure. Also, it's supposed to be served warm, but like I just can't frost a warm cookie. So it's like pretty much cold, but anyways. I think the flavor, I don't know. The dough for me personally just tastes a little bit plain. Like, you know. I mean, it's good. I would maybe give it like a 6 though. The dough is okay. For me personally, it's a little bit plain. Like, there's not really much flavor in it. Okay, so in this clip, obviously, I gave these cookies like a 6 to 6.5 out of 10. But when I tried them the day after, they actually tasted like so much better. I'm not sure why that was. But my official rating would be an 8 out of 10. I think they were really good. The cake batter flavoring was definitely there from the cookie dough. I didn't really taste it too much in the icing, but I still thought they were good. And I would definitely make these again. And that's it for this video, y'all. Thanks for watching. And if you want to see more of these, let me know.